Aeon M. Gunner's about to find out why they have zero heritage in European competition. Yeah, West Ham have got more heritage. Short facts. I predict Arsenal 0, Madrid 2. That's what I predict as well. Mbappe to score 2, or Mbappe gets 1 and Bellingham gets 1. Yeah, I think Mbappe definitely gets 1. We'll see who gets the other one. Cat James, nice Liverpool kit. Is that the goalkeeper? Who do you have on the back? That is the goalkeeper. I think it's the current one. It's Allison. Allison on the back. Helen, hi again. Hope you're good. Simon, my brother is an Arsenal fan and he thinks they will win 3-0. Peak delusion. Yeah, I don't see that happening, and I think most people here don't see that happening. Then Neymar, the real Neymar, says in response, Arsenal would be lucky to get a draw. You're right about that. Lots on the YouTube today. Jimmy Diaz, hope we Liverpool sign Liam Delap as a backup striker. Sal Diaz, Nunes, Jota, and Chiesa. Yeah, we can probably talk about that later. But Liam Delap's name is coming up a fair bit. He is English. He's gonna be cheap, so he ticks 2 of our boxes. Jenny says hi. Hello, Jenny. Uriah Mandelson says Madrid are scoring 4 against these lot at their own ground. Let's hope so. We'd love to see that. Nunes comp, can Asna and Madrid both please lose? Thanks. Yes, that would be perfect. Robin Frank said hopefully. Allison has posted the starting lineups. So Raya, Timber, Saliba, Kivio, Lewis Skelly for Arsenal. Then Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Marino. Again, they've just kicked off. I'll just quickly make my way through this. Subs: Neto, Setford, Tierney, White, Zinchenko, Trossard, Jorginho, Nwaneri. Real Madrid: Courtois, Valverde, Asensio, Rudiger, Alaba, Modric, Camavinga, Bellingham, Rodrigo, Mbappe, and Vinicius. Robin Smith, Arsenal will get embarrassed over 2 legs and then complain their board hasn't spent enough. Their board has spent 800 million. They failed. Nobody of a manager is to blame. I'm loving all the hatred for Arsenal. I think I have put hate along in the title, so that's a positive. Snus says pray for Real Madrid. They will lose to Arsenal, like all the Arsenal fans says. So that's all they've been saying for a week. So yeah, I'm sure we'll witness exactly what they said, right? And then Allison said true, and then Arsenal will blame the refs when they lose. 100%. Snus said it's all Coots' fault because they lost to Real Madrid. Yeah, you're right about that. Clicked the wrong one. The dog. Arsenal about to show why they have 0 pedigree in this competition. Joke team. You are right. Joke team is currently attacking, but I don't think Joke team will get very far. Juve Pong. Real will wrap this tie up tonight away from home. Arsenal don't have the mentality or fortitude to get through these kind of games. You could be right. They don't seem like the most kind of mentally strong team. So yeah, let's see what happens with that. Sinus said Mikel Merino will score 5. Yeah, yeah. It's entirely possible. 5 headers from free kicks and corners. Juve Pong, their best striker is a DM, Alemeo. That would be that does seem quite accurate. He seems better than Havertz. And then last one there. 1-4 Real Madrid since Real Madrid is away. Yeah, I think Arsenal might get a goal, but I think Real Madrid will dominate them. Saka's just fallen over just outside the box. It's giving Arsenal a free kick in a pretty good position. We'll see if they can do anything with this. This is gonna be the entire tactic, I think. Just gonna try and whip a ball in, get a header in, and see what they can do. So Odegaard crosses it in, rubbish cross. Ooh, we have pixelated suits in the chat. Says yo pixelated suits, how are you? Hope you're good. Real Madrid were just countering there. It didn't quite come to much. Is Vinicius down the left? No, down the right hand side. Pixelated Suits asks, how are we doing, mate? We're good. Busy day, but I've managed to set up the comments on the screen so I can kind of show what people are saying. So I'm quite happy about that. But quite good. Yeah. How are you? How are things with you? Arsenal just slowly playing it out. Pixelated Suit says, gonna warm up my coffee and I'll be right in to chat and watch with you. Perfect. Sounds like a plan. Just a throw in to Arsenal now. Real Madrid deal with it. Arsenal get the ball back. Odegaard, who used to play for Real Madrid back in the day. Saka. Corner. Cleared by Camavinga, but I don't think he necessarily needed to clear it like that. But it is what it is. So Saka's going to be taking this corner. Crossed in. Saved by Courtois. Courtois kind of smacked it out, so it's another corner to Arsenal. Saka's taking one arm off, whatever that means. Crosses it in again. Oh, it's messy, but I think Real Madrid clear it. Vinicius attacking down the left, plays a crossfield ball to Rodrigo. To Modric. Back to Rudiger. To Modric. Back to Modric. Bellingham. They try the long ball, but Raya gets it. Timber gets it off Bellingham. Odegaard to Partey. I'm surprised Partey's playing. To Rice. Back to Lewis Skelly. Martinelli. Lewis Skelly. Ooh, nice through ball to Rice. Cleared by Madrid. Ooh, Mbappe just gets past Odegaard way too easily. Vinicius. He did a kind of half cross, half shot. And it just went out. Pretty even game so far. Pretty even. So Saliba's playing out to Timber. Timber back to Saliba. Lewis Skelly. Timber. Slow build-up play. Slow build-up play. Back to Saliba. Odegaard. Timber. Back to Saliba. Pixelated Zeus asks, what's your prediction? I'm personally thinking it will be 2-0 to Madrid. Most people in the chat seem to think Madrid are going to win. I haven't seen anyone give it to Arsenal yet. But yeah, 2-0 to Madrid, I think. How about you? Oh, Valverde is playing right back. Interesting. Alaba on the left. I think Real Madrid take it too, but it's going to be interesting. I love Valverde where he can't play. Yeah. maybe that's why they're after Trent. I'm trying to see where Trent would slot in. Probably right in that right back position. I've heard some rumours that they might want Trent to play midfield, but it seems like they're in need of a right back. I don't know if Carvajal is still injured, but he certainly could be. Sinus asks, Pixel, what is your team? Atletico Nacional in Colombia. Atletico Madrid, interesting. Oh, Colombian, I see. Never Atletico Madrid, and they get the red card. Arsenal playing very cautiously for a team who's at home. Oh, I think Rodrigo slipped there. Goes out to Rice. Goes out to Martinelli on the left. Martinelli. Marino passed it back. He really shouldn't have. He really should have shot. He was right next to the keeper and he decided to pass it back. Snus says fair. Although they did have Falcao, yeah, Radamel Falcao. But then so did Man United, right? I swear he did. Yeah, I think Falcao did play for them for a bit. I've never heard of that. We won our version of the Champions League in 1989 and in 2016. Nice, nice. Do you have a team you support in Norway, Snus? Yes, he does. A Norwegian team. Actually, who is the Norwegian team? Yeah. It's not. Is that Bode or Bodo? I'm probably still saying both of them wrong. But can't stand that team. Bodo. Okay. Nice. Can't stand that team. Ugh. Oh, Clattenburg's refereeing. Oh, good for him. Just what a Champions League game needs. Oh, there's a penalty check. Ancelotti is chewing furiously, but I think the penalty check's been waved off. It has. Corner to Real Madrid. Modric, who's somehow still playing, is going to be taking this. I would love it if Madrid scored from a corner. That would be nice irony. Modric corner, punched out by Raya. Goes to Mbappe on the right. Mbappe with a few step overs to Rodrigo, back to Mbappe, back to Bellingham, back to Valverde. Bellingham, Camavinga. Valverde again. Arsenal with 68% possession versus 32 for Real Madrid. Back to Modric. Come on, Real Madrid. Take a few more risks. Real Madrid playing it safe. Snus says, but it's not a high priority, but I do check it from time to time. Also follow MLS. Orlando City is what I like to pay attention there. I think that was from Kaka, I think, from the other day. Pixelated Suit says, oh nice. I miss going to MLS games as a kid. Unfortunately, Red Bulls are my local. Wow. Yeah, Orlando because of Kaka. I watched a lot of Orlando because of Muriel. He had a tough start. Muriel is one of my favorites of all time. Is he the striker? Muriel. Unless I've got that wrong. And then Snus says, yeah, I only chose to watch because of Kaka. I still watch the results and stuff now. Yeah, from Atlanta. Yes, striker Muriel, Luis Muriel. Yes, that makes sense. Speaking of strikers, gone to Mbappe. Ooh, foul. Odegaard won the ball from Modric, but clear foul. He was called Ronaldo Brazilian Junior. Yeah. The reason why I remember Luis Muriel is there was definitely a football manager I used to play a few years ago, and I remember buying him. Like he was really quick. He was quite a good dribbler and had very good finishing and good composure. Those are the stats I used to look for. It was like acceleration, finishing, composure, and not too much money. Snus says, haha. Him and Freddie Guarin were back in the day were crazy. Was Freddie Guarin? Was he like championship manager days? You know, like before it was football manager. I remember signing him as well. Like again, a long time ago. But I swear it was championship manager then. And he was like a defensive midfielder or something. Yeah, rings a bell. Yeah, thought so. Yeah, he's a championship manager signing goat. There was another guy, like I'm trying to think who else there was back in the day. Anatoly Todorov. He was like a striker that you'd buy for like 2 million, and he'd score like 40 goals a season. So you had to buy him every season. More recently, obviously like Haaland, that sort of thing. Apparently, Endrick is really good in the current one. But yeah, standard thing. I used to just Google like Wonder Kids and then buy them. Oh yeah, Estavo too. Yeah, that rings a bell as well. Freddie Adu, like Freddie Adu, in like the Championship Manager 4 or 5 days. You'd sign him as like a 13-year-old or whatever, and then he turned out amazing. From watching them both, I think Estevao is going to be better than Hendrick. Okay, one to keep an eye on then, for definite. Rodrigo. Ooh, Mbappe. Nice pass to Vinicius. Ooh, tries to curl a shot in, but it just goes wide. But I swear that took a deflection. I could have sworn that took a deflection. No, it hasn't. It's gone straight back to Arsenal. Well, that's rubbish. Best centre back in the world, aka Saliba, according to Arsenal fans, is passing it back and forth to Timber. Lewis Skelly, back to Saliba. Ooh, Saka, nice play by Saka, but he tries a through ball, but he just puts a bit too much on it. Just gone out for a throw in. Lewis Skelly, Saliba. Declan Rice coming very deep to get the ball. Back to Saliba. And again to Saliba. Saliba playing against his next team over here, for definite. Throw into Arsenal. Partey, Lewis Skelly. Really bad pass back. Ooh, Vinicius through to Mbappe. I hope he's onside. Ooh, just hits it over. Just hits it over. It was a mistake by the Arsenal player. He was kind of doodling on the ball for too long. Vinicius pressed. And then played through Mbappe, who was just about offside. Mbappe ran through on goal. And then hits it over. Snus says, I don't get this Estevao hype. I don't think he will fit the EPL. He will struggle a lot. Hearing from the CFC fans that this is all hype. Has he gone to Chelsea? Have I missed that? He will join Premier League club Chelsea on the 1st of July 2025. Wow. I didn't know that. Estevao is going there when he turns 18. Okay. Apparently this has been in the works for a while. Just reading a news story, it said the Blues agreed a deal to sign Estevao for an initial fee of £29 million plus performance rated add-on. Are Chelsea just like buying all the good young players and then if they work, great? Whereas if they don't work, not so great. Snus says, talent is good and all, but we have seen so many big talents fail. Yes. Have you watched him play or just clips? In terms of me, I've only seen some clips. Both them and City. Nah, I don't care much since he's going there. Well, it'll be interesting. I don't suppose he'll be a starter at kind of 17 years old. I mean, it's not impossible, but it'll be interesting to see how he develops. I don't watch talents that go to rivals. Fair. Unless it's like a really funny talent who's like flopped like really, really badly, so they keep making mistakes. I went through a period where I just kept watching Harry Maguire. And he'd make like a mistake every game. It was hilarious. Not that I'd call Harry Maguire a talent, but sometimes I'd just watch Man United because I knew Maguire was going to make a mistake. It was a fun time. Modric, Camavinga, back to Camavinga. Rudiger to Alaba. Seeing Alaba at Real Madrid still looks weird. Passed out to Valverde. I can't lie, Trent would do good in this team. It's kind of what they need. Even though I'm still quite bitter about the whole thing. Pixelated Suits. I don't think he'll start, but I just think that he has a higher ceiling. Okay, interesting. Then Snus says, yeah, we have seen so many high ceiling players in Premier League coming and failing, but again, I might just be holding a grudge. We will see. 29 million pounds. which seems to be roughly the kind of going rate. What I will say is, I don't feel like Chelsea is the club you go to develop. You know what I mean? Um, Chelsea just seems like one of those clubs where, like, if you're great, amazing, great. But if you're no good, they'll just kind of dump you. They'll just kind of dump you, kind of thing, and then get someone else the next year. So that it's an interesting decision from that perspective. But equally, I'm sure they're paying a lot. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how that works out. Now Chelsea are stagnating so many careers. Yeah, they're just like collecting. They're just like collecting all these players. If they don't perform immediately, and then they're on the bench, and then they're getting loaned out, or or they're just stuck there, and then you're right, their careers just end up stagnating. They've got a crazy number of players. You just beat me to what I was gonna say. You said we saw what happened to Mo Salah at Chelsea, and then I was gonna say and De Bruyne, but you beat me to it, and so many other talents here. Danny Drinkwater, I don't know if he counts, but I think he won the league. He won the league with Leicester. Koulibaly, he was another one. Fofana, what's happening with him? He can't stay fit for 3 seconds. Morata to a certain degree. I won't say Torres, because I think Torres was washed before he went there. Shevchenko was an interesting one. Lukaku. So yeah, we will have to wait and see what happens. Ooh, Mbappe through. Come on, Mbappe. Why does he do that? He was through. He made the perfect run. He made the perfect angle. He was veering off towards the right, so he was shooting for the left corner, but he just smacked it right at the keeper. That was a poor finish. He did all the hard work. He did an amazing run. He made space brilliantly, but then the shot was horrendous. Arsenal booting it up to their Spanish striker, but it's not working. Oh God, that's another one. So glad Chelsea stole those players we wanted. Nkunku, that's a really good example. Nkunku, I was like super hyped about from like when I thought Liverpool were gonna get him. But yeah, he's another one that stagnated. Lavia, yeah. I think Lavia's played quite well when he's played. I think a lot of his issue has been injuries. Oh yeah, I'm just you said that as well. Nkunku turned out to be a fail. Lavia just another Reece James injuries. Yeah, unfortunate. Lavia has looked good, but yeah, can't stay fit. The corner to Real Madrid, number 4, David Alaba, is taking the corner. He is an amazing player, don't get me wrong. But too much of an injury-prone player can't stay fit. Yeah, a bit like Jota. There's rumours I was seeing today that we've put a £45 million asking price on Jota, which kind of middle of the road, kind of fair. So it would be interesting to see what happens with that. Look at the players United stole too. We wanted Mason Mount, yeah. Before we got Szoboszlai, we needed like a progressive midfielder. Mason Mount was one of those. Lenny Euro at the start of the season. We didn't want to pay that much for a third, fourth choice centre back. Luke Shaw, I remember back in the day. It was the same season we got Nathaniel Klein from Southampton. Luke Shaw was going as well. So we thought we might also get Luke Shaw, but Luke Shaw preferred Man United's canteen over our canteen. He also said that Old Trafford have bigger vending machines, so that's kind of why he went to them. But there's probably other players. We wanted a few more players to... we knew about his injuries, so we wanted to pay the same price as Real Madrid, 30 million. Yeah, 100%. I swear there must be loads of other players. Jadon Sancho, like I heard some stuff about a few seasons ago. I'm quite glad that one didn't work out. Yeah, Arsenal trying to play along the ground, but no luck so far. No luck for either team. I thought there'd be a goal by now. I'm convinced there's going to be at least one goal before halftime. Convinced / hopeful. So let's see what happens. Arsenal throw in. Arsenal take it short to Declan Rice. Goes to Martinelli. Ooh, nicely stolen. Rodrigo just easily steals the ball off. What's his name? Martinelli. Easy. It's a foul by Timber. Vinicius is going down pretty easily, but am I complaining? No. Because this is a hate-along after all. Goes to Modric. Modric, who's the deepest of the midfielders, which is certainly interesting. Plays it to Camavinga. Camavinga to Alaba. Back to Camavinga. To Mbappe. Back to Camavinga. Modric. Camavinga. Declan Rice to Odegaard. Odegaard running forward. Well, that's a positive sign. Plays it to Saka. Saka versus Bellingham. Saka gets the better. Ooh, nice cross by Saka. Plays it across the goal. Courtois just fell over, completely missed it, but the ball missed everyone. All that needed was one Arsenal player to just tap it in. But that was really well played by Saka. The guys look good since... I know he's been out injured, but it doesn't look like it. goes to Timber. Saliba. Martinelli. Martinelli versus Valverde. Oh, nice tackle, Valverde. Martinelli just keeps getting tackled. Like, keeps losing the ball so easily. Camavinga, Valverde. Come on, Real Madrid, get one goal. Vinicius. Modric. Played back. Pixelated Suits asks, Snus, why are some teams protesting the FA in Norway? That would be interesting to know. Saka to Odegaard. Nice pass by Odegaard. Saka, and again, Saka, really nice cross across the box. But there's no one from an Arsenal perspective just to tap it in. I don't know, honestly. I know we are protesting against VAR. Norway fans hate VAR. There must have been a string of bad decisions. I don't think VAR is inherently bad. I think quite often it's how it's implemented and the people controlling it. I think if we got rid of VAR, then you'd see like offside goals being given, and then people would say, but if we had VAR, that wouldn't be given. So it's a tough situation. It will be even worse if we take down VAR. I like VAR. I just don't like the people on the VAR. Yeah, I feel quite similarly about that. I think the technology ultimately is a good thing, but I think the people controlling it are quite incompetent. Speaking of incompetent, here's Odegaard. Passes it to Saliba. Back to Odegaard. Back to Timber. Inter have scored apparently. It's Martinez. Of course I picked the game with no goals. But Inter have scored. So good for them. Saka up against Alaba. Back heels it to nobody, and Alaba just Alaba says, "You're gonna backheel it to nobody? Okay, I'll just go and get the ball." And that's exactly what Alaba just did. Ball goes to Partey. Declan Rice. Timber, Saliba, Kivio, Rice. Declan Rice is popping up everywhere. He's trying to make things happen, but it's just not happening. It's just not happening at the moment. Saliba. Saliba again. Partey. Come on, Arsenal. Make it a bit quicker, please. Arsenal with the crossing. Oh, good header by Declan Rice, but even better save by Courtois. And then Martinelli again smacks it right in the one place where Courtois is, and the ball gets saved. Flexi says Arsenal are so boring. They are. They had a good moment. They had a good moment just then, but generally it's slow play, very defensive play. I feel like I'm watching England. Saka up against Alaba. Saka just keeps getting the better of Alaba, to be fair. And for somebody who's just come back from an injury, I mean, fair play. Courtois is a cheat code. He's like 7'6". So when he dives, he can just reach anything. Goal kick. And the ball goes back to Courtois. One minute of injury time left. Hopefully Courtois just boots this up the pitch. which is what he does do. But it's headed out by Partey. Camavinga, nice tackle. Camavinga gets the ball back. Camavinga to Rodrigo. Mbappe, Rudiger. Bellingham's not done much so far. Camavinga. Nice shot, Camavinga, but not nice enough. And he smacks it over the bar. And that's the first half done. A very high scoring 0-0. Yeah, both teams quite cautious. People are saying Courtois is the GOAT Champions League keeper. They might have an argument, given that save he just made as well. He's the greatest of all time. Nerf Courtois, he is unfair. Somebody said, don't watch that much Premier League. Is Arsenal this dull and conservative or just nervous? My God, I'd be furious. So underwhelming. Well, that's Arsenal. Kind of what they're like. I hope Mbappe does Thierry Henry's celebration at the Emirates to troll Arsenal. Would be absolute cinema. Kerry M40 Axe is saying, I've been seeing debates go around about Elise, Saka, and Rodrigo, and it's really made me realise how underrated Saka seemingly is in the wider footballing world. You could be right. Saka does have a tendency to kind of turn up for the big games. He kind of scored against us. There's an argument to say that he's the best player in the game today. He's made some good opportunities. If Arsenal had a striker in the right position, not even a good striker, just a person with a leg in the right position, they could have been 2-0 up and Saka would have two assists. So Saka's been playing really, really well. And it's a bit surprising as well, given that he's just come back from an injury and he's still he's not taking time to kind of get back into the game. So that's so yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I feel overall better player out of Rodrigo and Saka is Rodrigo, but the better dribbler and creator is Saka. Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't think Saka scores enough goals. I'd like to see perhaps a bit more output from a goal perspective, a bit more output from finishing perspective. But yeah, Saka's good dribbler, good at beating his man, good at putting crosses in. Um, so yeah, agree with you there. Rodrigo is a moments player, but Saka isn't. Yeah, probably true. Um, I'd like to see a bit more kind of consistency from Saka. Better finish. Well, I say I'd like to see. I don't want to see that. But it's probably something that he needs to work on. Snacker. I put your names together by accident. Saka can be a moments player with a better striker. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who Arsenal get in the summer from a striker perspective. They've been linked with all the kind of same type of players that we've been linked with. So they've been linked with Isaac, they've been linked with Sesko, they've been linked with not so much Cunha to be fair, but definitely Isaac, definitely Sesko. I'm seeing Arsenal links for Liam Delap as well. So yeah, they will get. I say they will get a striker, but we'll wait and see. Arteta will probably buy another defender, um, but I think they badly need a striker, because as we know, Havertz feels like more of a stopgap. He's not really a traditional striker. Gabriel Jesus can't stay fit. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Gabriel Jesus, because I think he's on quite high wages, but also can't stay fit. So how do they shift him? We will have to wait and see, but we don't have long to wait. Riff says, I really hate Liverpool not being in the Champions League. Yeah, it's not great, is it? Watching other teams. I mean, like Villa. I mean, Villa are great. They have European heritage, but like Villa are there, Arsenal are there, Liverpool are not there. And what makes it kind of all the more annoying is that we topped the group. Like we absolutely smashed the group, and then we lost PSG. So yeah, it's it's not ideal, but it is what it is. We just we just gotta live with it. All we can do is hate the other teams now. Gamer underscore Cal 2. Modric is 40 in 5 months. Honestly, unreal longevity. Yeah, I mean he's 40 in 5 months, and he doesn't look tired. Like he doesn't look out of place. He doesn't look like a pensioner on the pitch. Like he looks like one of the team, if you know what I mean. He was even playing deeper than Camavinga for certain parts of the game. And he's like, the guy, he's older than me. He's older. He's older than me, and he's still doing that on the pitch. So yeah, he keeps getting new contracts from Real Madrid, but he's earning them. So fair play to Modric. I wonder how long he'll go for. So yeah, Inter 1-0 up away from home against Bayern. So hopefully that's another trophy that Harry Kane does not get. But it looks like he might get the Bundesliga. But there's still time. There's still time for that to change. Gamer underscore Cal2. Odegaard is such a whiner. He keeps raising his arms up in despair for whatever reason. Yeah. To be fair, he's getting a bit out muscled on the pitch as far as I can see. Camavinga seems to kind of, whenever Odegaard gets the ball, bang, Camavinga's on him. So perhaps that's like perhaps he's finding that a bit frustrating. Maybe he's a bit nervous playing against his former team. Maybe he wants to put in a really good really good performance. Could be any of those things. Robin Smith, Camavinga is everything our midfield has missed the past few games. Absolutely all over the place, contesting for every ball. Yeah, if we had Camavinga, we would certainly then have the physicality to cope with Newcastle. We'd have a bit more bite to play against PSG, and we probably wouldn't lose to Fulham. So yeah, I mean, he's everywhere. He's full of energy. He's good, making really good tackles. He is what we need. But he plays for Real Madrid and he's one of their best players. So unfortunately, we will not get him. You know who will get Camavinga? Man United will get him when he's 34. But until then, nobody's going to get him. Kerry says Madrid will win in the 90th minute. That would be so funny. The fume from Arsenal fans would last for days, and we will be there. Snus says, Alameo, today Sky came out with an interview with Odegaard, and he revealed that he looked up to Stevie G. Yeah, I've heard he was a Liverpool fan or something back in the day. I know when he was young, I think he did a trial at Liverpool. I'm fairly sure he did a trial at Liverpool, like before Real Madrid. So he might be a fan. Yeah, so he's Norwegian. So it's 50-50 who he would support between Liverpool and Man United. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fairly sure he's a Liverpool fan. Second half, just starting now. Hopefully they show us a bit more. Real Madrid is coming back out now. Coming back out with their gigantic goalkeeper, who always turns it on in this competition. KDB, Odegaard and Guardiola. Imagine if we actually got these LFC fans to play for us. That would be amazing. Unfortunately, our ambition doesn't seem to kind of be to that level. But yeah, I mean, if we had De Bruyne for the last few years, that would have significantly improved the midfield. Odegaard as well. And Guardiola. And the good thing about Guardiola is he can play left back and centre back. So two positions where we're looking to improve. And FSG love that, right? They love buying one player to play multiple positions. Instead, they play against us. Yeah, unfortunately. De Bruyne won't for much longer. But yeah, the other two. Kerry says Tibau in the UCL is inevitable. Yeah, I'm not even surprised anymore. Like, someone will take a shot and it will be an amazing shot, but like Courtois will grow an extra 2 feet and somehow make the save. Cross in by Declan Rice, but nothing much happened. Prime KDB, Guardiola instead of Robbo, Maka and Gravenberch. Yeah, that would be a nice midfield and a nice left-hand side. Odegaard could have been a solid bench player. Yeah, could have been. And I think he could, with the right coaching, I think he could have been pushing for a first-team spot. I think he'd be like a level, like our bench player at the moment, you could say, is Curtis Jones. And I think Odegaard is definitely a level beyond him. So yeah, it would have been nice, but let's see what happens in the summer. Hopefully there's a good amount of movement. Grav is also an LFC fan, so let's not keep out our own. Okay, that's good. I didn't know that he was, so that's good. It's good to know that. Rudiger now. Oh, nice dummy by Timber, but Timber plays it back. Before he joined us, he posted on X him training in a Liverpool kit. Is that the picture of him on the bike, the exercise bike thing? 'Cause I think he then recreated that when he joined. Yeah, when he's taking the picture in the mirror on his phone. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good. Saliba now to Kivio. To Timber. Back to Partey. Arsenal just playing keep ball at the moment. Trying to keep the ball the best they can. Arsenal try a cross, but they just kick it straight out. Kick it straight out. Goal kick. Ooh, headed on to Rodrigo. Poor first touch. Lewis Skelly just gets the ball right back. Camavinga. Modric. Modric again, a lot deeper than Camavinga, which I find quite interesting. Mbappe. Ooh, nice shot, Mbappe, but he just hits the side netting. Lewis Skelly. Camavinga again. Gets the better of Odegaard. Bellingham now. Bellingham countering. Come on, Jude. You've not done anything all game. Plays it to Vinicius. Vinicius running at Timber. Plays it to Mbappe. Plays it to Rodrigo. Plays it back a bit to Modric, but not too far back. Goes to Alaba. Attack over. Dale Peterson says, Eduardo Camavinga is a Rolls Royce of a midfielder. He is. He's a Rolls Royce of a midfielder, and he's a Ferrari of a midfielder, and he's a truck of a midfielder. He's been the standout. He's been the standout player today. He's going about his game quite quietly. He hasn't done anything too flashy, but he's very, very effective. Nobody can get past him. Whenever Arsenal get the ball, Camavinga's the first one there. Yeah, you've kind of said it there. Every time the ball goes near him, he wins it. It's unbelievable game intelligence and physicality. Always in the correct positions. Top player and top first half from him. Yep. You've summed it up better than me. Cross in, but caught by Raya. Timber now. Back to Saliba. Back to Kivio. Back to Saliba. Back to Kivio. Declan Rice. Martinelli. Ooh, nice. Declan Rice is playing a bit like an attacking midfielder this game. Probably because Partey's there. But even then, surprising to see. Gamer Cal 2 says Saka robbed of 2 assists. Yeah, kind of as we were saying earlier, if there was just anybody in the box to tap those in, then he'd have 2 GA already. He does have a good ability, Saka, to find space and then get a decent cross in. But yeah, unfortunately for Arsenal and fortunately for most of us here, they didn't score. Riff says, I hope we can clearly see that Saka is better than Vinicius and Rodrigo. Ooh, controversial. He does have certain elements where he excels. I think his dribbling's very good. I was going to say his energy levels, but I think Vinicius' energy levels are very good as well. Better is subjective. I think he's better. He's very good from an assist perspective. I think he's very good from a defensive perspective, but he doesn't quite have like the end product of Vinicius, for example. So I think that's something he perhaps needs to work on. And then Riff says, true, indeed. It's a set piece to Arsenal, so God knows the camera is going to keep on showing their damn set piece coach. He gets more airtime than Arteta does. Declan Rice free kick. Ooh, nice free kick. Oh my God, he scored! I thought that might have hit the side netting because I thought there's no way that's going in, and it did. Courtois didn't grow to 8 feet that time. It was amazing free kick, to be fair. What more can you say? Jude doesn't look happy, but hopefully it might wake up. Madrid. Yeah, really nice free kick. Not as far out as I thought it was originally. Maybe like 15-20 yards. And he just curled it around the wall and then into the near post. Maybe that's why they were showing the set piece coach. Because they only score from set pieces. Come on, this will wake them up. I'm convinced this will wake them up. Valverde. Rudiger. Okay, there seems a bit more urgency in Madrid now. Long ball. Vinicius gets it though. Goes for a throw in. Goes to Modric. Camavinga. Corner. Kerry says, "Wow, that's an unbelievable free kick to beat Courtois from there." It was. He got a lot of curl on it, so the ball went out very wide and then came curling back in. You can't even blame Courtois for that. I just think it was a good free kick. Ooh, Bellingham with a back heel, but Raya catches it. Ball goes up to Martinelli, who's been completely ineffective the entire game. So throw in to Arsenal. That's poor. Marino gets the ball back. Saka. Corner. That Declan free kick reminded me of Roberto Carlos's free kick. They just showed him in the crowd at the same time. Yeah. The moment I said that, they showed Roberto Carlos, sitting there in his suit. So, good timing there. Yeah, it was like a Roberto Carlos free kick. The way it just swerved so far wide, and then gradually came back in. Crossing by Arsenal, caught by Courtois. Oh, I wanted to see him move the ball quicker, but not today. Well, not this time. Goes to Camavinga. Brianna says, I hope when Nunes is gone, fans start focusing on Szoboszlai. I can't believe how bad that guy is, and it feels like he gets away with it. Yeah, I think it's a case of right now there's perhaps bigger priorities in the squad, and there's other people who have more bozo moments. So naturally, Nunes has a lot more bozo moments. Naturally, Robertson has a lot more bozo moments. So I think people are more focusing on kind of that side. But yeah, so Szoboszlai hasn't been awful, but there have been times where I've been screaming at the TV. Like sometimes his passing frustrates me. Sometimes he appears a bit invisible, which is a weird thing to say for a person who's very busy. Like he's really busy, but he's also invisible. How does that make sense? But yeah, I don't think anything will happen regarding Szoboszlai's position this year, because the flip side is when he doesn't play, we look even worse. But I think in terms of priorities for the summer, I don't think the number 10 is a position, unless there's value to be had. But yeah, I think it will be a lot of the other positions that we've talked about before. Sinus says bad positioning from Courtois on the free kick too. I'll need to rewatch it. Bad positioning in the sense, was he too far to the right? Because I thought his positioning was okay, but I didn't really say it properly. Yeah, too far. Okay. That's unfortunate. I think they also had Valverde on the end of the wall, and he's like the shortest one. So I guess if you put the shortest one in the middle, that's not ideal either. But yeah, too far wide it seems. Declan Rice again. This time he's in the box. Oh god. Update your scoreboard. Can I like just pin this chat? Pin it there permanently or something. Yes. How do I do that? One 0. Rice now. Lewis Skelly. Ooh, beats Camavinga. Ooh, good work. Oh god, goes to Marino, cleared off the line. Goes to Marino again, and Courtois again grows about 20 feet and somehow saves that. That was a crazy attack. So Camavinga messed up the tackle. Foul to Martinelli, smacked it. Foul to Marino, and then I think it was cleared off the line. Who was it that cleared it off the line there? It was Alaba. So Marino's first shot cleared off the line by Alaba, and Marino's second shot, whilst Courtois is on the floor, he gets up and then saves it above his head. A pixelated suit says that the director knew what they were doing, showing Roberto Carlos after the free kick. Yeah. It's like they must have known that he was there the whole time, right? Okay, so Roberto Carlos is in seat number 35. See? So whenever there's a free kick, we're just going to show him. They must have been planning that whole game, and they must have been so happy when it went in. There's another free kick now in a very similar position. So if this goes in, they might show Roberto Carlos again. Let's see what happens. Marino's on the floor. Not too sure why. So it looks like Rice is going to take another free kick. Similar sort of position, but it's not as central. Rice with the free kick. Oh my god, he's really scored again! Again! What is going on? They're gonna at least Pixelated Suits will be happy if they show Roberto Carlos again. We can say Pixelated Suits was right. He scored again. Again, he scored a second free kick. And that one looked even better. That one looked even better. Okay, this time he went to Courtois' near post, but it was just so high. It was just so high. That's an amazing free kick. That one is even better. That one was right. That one was right in the top corner. Fair play. I think Real Madrid are gonna buy Declan Rice in the summer. Flexi says, no one can tell me Mo isn't held to higher standards. Look at Mbappe and Vinny. Yeah, I mean, if Salah did this, they'd be like, oh, Salah stinker. And then Craig would be saying, oh, we need to sell him. We need to sell him. We need to get rid of him. We need to bench him. Like, Salah is 100% held to higher standards. Vinicius has done okay. And that's me putting it lightly. I know, okay is an exaggeration. He's tried a little bit. Mbappe is done absolutely nothing. But yeah, if it was Salah, it would be a crisis. Oh my god. Salah's not worth the whatever he wants. Snus says Vinny and Mbappe ain't all that, especially in this game. They've really not done much of anything. But haters watch everything Mo does. Yeah, I mean, it's haters, and it seems like it's pretty much everyone. Even the media, even the kind of pundits on the news. Whenever Salah doesn't turn in a 7 out of 10 or above, it's a disaster, and he needs to be sold. Salah's either the best player ever, or we need to sell him. They just deal in two extremes. Pixelated Suits says that my friend is an Arsenal fan at this game. Wow, your friend picked the right game to go to. I can only imagine. Is this the point where we find out that your friend is Roberto Carlos? Because if your friend is Roberto Carlos, that, oh my god, that would be impressive. But yeah, picked the right game to go to. Update scoreboard. Yep. Thank you for that. I would have forgotten if you hadn't said that. So appreciate that very much. Arsenal 2, Madrid 0. He won a lottery to get the tickets like an hour before. So an hour before the game, and then that's crazy. So if there was a lottery, does that mean that they didn't like sell their allocation and then put them up for lottery? But that's crazy good luck from a winning the lottery perspective, and crazy good luck that this is the game he goes to. He or she or whoever it is going to remember this game for a very long time. Pixelated Suit says, mate, I wish. Yeah. Everyone wishes their friend was Roberto Carlos. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, it's that raffle thing. That it's from fans selling their tickets on the membership website. Yeah. Oh god, it's fucking 3-0. Oh. Well, your friend will be happy. We're not happy. It's 3-0. 3-0. It was a cross along the floor, and then the Spanish striker Marino gets another goal. makes Darwin Núñez look even sillier. Because Darwin Núñez is not finishing that. Fails Watchalong indeed. Indeed. Oh, I need to update the score. I remembered this time. There's a positive. There's a positive. It's because you just told me 2 seconds ago to update the score, so it's still in my brain. Oh, good. There we go. it's a failed Watchalong. Jesus Christ, pixelated seed says, Jesus Christ indeed. We were just talking about the raffle on the tickets, and then I just saw Marino just smack it in. I was like, oh my god. This is embarrassing for Madrid, and it's embarrassing for us. Considering the luck that we've had against Madrid in recent times. Oh, there's a positive. Exactly. They don't need a striker. They don't need a striker next season. They've scored 3 against Real Madrid. 1 from open play as well. So what more could you want? Someone tell Arteta that they're as good as it is. As is. Exactly. So no more strikers. No Isaac. Leave Isaac to us. Leave Cunha to us. Heck, leave Liam Delap to us. And you just buy another defender. Clearly this whole Arsenal needing a striker thing has been overblown. Snus says, couldn't be us. We drew 2-2 with these at Emirates. Yeah, where we are levels above Madrid. I think that's the conclusion I'm taking from this, that we are levels above whatever Madrid are. Mo Salah showed up comparing to Vinny and Mbappe, yeah. Speaking of, there's Vinny now running down the wing. Mbappe stays on side. Vinny cuts inside. Passes it to Mbappe. Mbappe with a god-awful pass to Bellingham. And then Rodrigo was just standing there in absolute disbelief. Oh God, how are they winning 3-0? Looking at the Real Madrid fans, sad. This is hilarious. I love this. I hate both teams. I hate Real Madrid as a team more, but I hate Arsenal fans more. Maybe it's because I know more Arsenal fans being in England, that kind of thing. I don't know. But I hate Arsenal fans more. Man, that's wild. It's wild, but it is what it is. Declan Rice is going off. I'm trying not to look at the screen. There's just too many happy Arsenal fans in the crowd. I'm not gonna be watching AFTV today. I had that I was gonna make time to watch it today, but no, not today. Maybe after the second leg. Throw in by Arsenal. And they kick the ball right out. Arsenal in good position again, but it gets cleared this time. So Rice is off after his two. I can't even say lucky goals. I wanted to say lucky goals, but they're not. They're not. They were not lucky goals. Jenny says, never thought I'd see Partey run rings around Dogrid. Is that the slander name? Dogrid. Around Dogrid midfield. Partey's played well. He has definitely played well. Gamer Cal, I'm not sure I've seen two better free kicks from the same player in the same game. As a pair of free kicks, yeah, both very good. I preferred the second free kick. I'd say I think I preferred the second free kick because I think Snus was saying that for the first one, what's his name, Courtois was slightly out of position and it was far too much to the right. So then on the second one, I was looking at Courtois and Courtois was right in the middle. And Rice shot it exactly where Courtois was, but because it was so high, Courtois still couldn't get it. So, yeah, I prefer the second one. Snus says, if Arsenal get another goal, they might win against Real Madrid. All they need is to be defensive at Bernabeu, yeah. I mean, even 3-0 to be fair is pretty amazing, but we've seen teams come back from 3-0 before in the Champions League. And I think it was roughly, was it semi-finals? We're not in the semi-finals yet, but you know what I mean. Gamer Cal, Mikel Merino has scored more goals for against Real Madrid than any other club he has faced in his career. 3-0 up against Real Madrid. Wild, man. Absolutely wild. Arsenal, even Arsenal have got they've got a corner now. Whip a corner in. I'm just annoyed. I just keep thinking about the free kick, thinking that free kick was so good. It's just annoying me more I think about it. Snus says, I don't hate Arsenal the club. Yeah, exactly. I don't hate Arsenal the club. In fact, back in the day, I actually didn't used to mind them all that much. But only the fans for being too loud. Yeah. Now they might have a bit of reason to be slightly loud for a few days, but yeah, still a long way to go. So it looks like I think Rodrigo just went off and Brahim Diaz is coming on. Arsenal again get the ball though. I don't know if jealous is the right word, but I'm a bit envious just how much energy they have. When we play, we look completely dead. But as Pixelated Suits was saying, this is proof that Arsenal do not need to buy a striker. Stick with the defensive players and we'll all be good. We will all be happy. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. We also beat Real Madrid 2-0 masterclass with Conor Bradley keeping that Mbappe guy silent. Yeah. And again, if that was Salah, it would have been all over the news. But yeah, Conor Bradley did really well. I remember there was a lot of concern about Conor Bradley leading up to that game. Because I think it was around the time of the Nottingham Forest game where he let the guy past him and the guy scored. But yeah, he did very good against Mbappe. Mbappe was pressing for a bit and then he got bored of it and he said to Vinicius, you go Vinicius. He literally did this. He was literally pressing and then he went, and then he just did this to Vinicius, like, you go do it. That slide tackle lives rent free in my head of him. Oh, that was a nice one. That was a nice tackle. That was a really nice tackle. The Ram did get the ball here though, but good slide tackle by Partey. And Van Dijk made Mbappe breakdance too. Well, breakdancing is more than he's done this game because he's done nothing. At least he had a breakdance to show for that game, but in this game he's run around a bit and he's just gotten frustrated and then, yeah, hasn't done much more since. Again, ball just rolls out. Rudiger. Madrid just penned really far back. Riff says worst Champions League of all time. Hey. Well, if they say that about us in the Premier League, then we can say that about them. It's only fair. 100%. We should start saying that. We should. They say that apparently whenever we win, it's the worst Premier League ever. Whenever we win, it's because it was COVID. Excuses after excuses. We'll give them a taste of their own medicine. Yeah, no Ferland Mendy. 100%. And it's only half time. At least I made the right decision of what game to watch, I guess. I'm getting better at that. Camavinga again, nicely played. Real Madrid cantering up the pitch. Wide to Vinicius. Come on, get an away goal. If I don't know if that matters these days, but get something. I thought it was 80 minutes, but it's 89 minutes. Four minutes of injury time before this torture is over. Man, they're replaying that free kick again, and like, I'm impressed, but I'm also annoyed. Into 2-1, okay. 2-1 against Bayern. Who was it that scored? Did Harry Kane score? Kinda hope not. Muller scored. And then Fratesi scored for Inter. Kerry asks, you watching this, Trent? Yeah. Is this what you want to go to? Is this your, is this what you want to leave your boyhood club for free? This? Same club that we beat. Same club that Conor Bradley humiliated. Nah, let him go. Imagine how much easier it will be just to cook Trent. Oh, we will be cooking Trent. And I look forward to that. No, I think Madrid's heads have gone. Even like simple passes, they're failing to connect. So I think Arsenal will just run the clock down for the next 30 seconds, and then that will be that. Diaz cooking Trent if he leaves to Barker. 100%. Diaz on the left versus Trent on the right. Hopefully there's only one winner. Rudiger ball up top. This is probably Madrid's last chance. Mbappe, come on Mbappe. Passes it to Valverde. Nah, might have lost their shot now. Madrid cross it in. Ooh, ref's giving them another chance by the looks of it. Oh no, it's 4 minutes. I thought it was 3. Yeah, Diaz and Rafinha together would cook. Mbappe pretty much just dived there. made his way into the box and then fell over. It's another booking. Oh, it's a red card. It's a red card for somebody. But who? Oh, guys, Camavinga. Why is Camavinga getting sent off? He's going to be needed for the second leg. And he's got sent off with like 10 seconds to go. I'm not going to say Arsenal or they're fixing it, but it's very suspicious. That's all I'll say. For what? What for? I don't know what Camavinga's being sent off for there. Apparently that's a foul, but I don't see it, but okay. All Coot's fault. And also, I'm going to type this in the chat. Arsenal only beat Real Madrid because they had 10 men. I'm gonna. Arsenal only beat Real Madrid Yeah. It's true though, right? It's 100. It's 100. It's 100% true. There we go. Score updated. Just had to. It's so shameless. Ah, but it's funny. Cool. Okay. Well, that's another watch along done. Not the result that we wanted, but we will be here for the next hate along. I will probably be around tomorrow. Yeah. Probably PSG Villa tomorrow. So yeah. See you guys then. Take care, guys.